Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul, and we're here for a reading about the person on your mind and your connection to each other. I'm so happy you're here with us today, and I hope you're having a beautiful day or night whenever you're joining in for today's reading. In our reading here today, we are going to be talking about the secrets your person is keeping from you. And some of you who watch my channel on a regular basis, specifically my pop-up readings, will notice that it feels a little bit empty here because typically I fill the whole spread with as much cards and information as I possibly can for us. There's a rhyme and reason to this, and that rhyme and reason of why it feels so empty here is because right away, like within the first 3 cards I pulled, I was already receiving the message that wants to come out for us here today. And after I pulled like a couple more oracle cards up top, I was like, okay, this is getting redundant. I already have the message. Clearly, this is what needs to be discussed for the collective here today. So I left it at that. I didn't want any overkill, basically, okay? And so we're going to hop into the tarot after we talk about the main message, the oracle cards here. We may have some additional secrets come out as well. We are going to have to see what wants to come out for us. No matter what, we're going to get some channeled messages out from your person to you later on in the reading, things that they want to say to you, but maybe are keeping to themselves. We'll get tiles, charms, and astrology dice as well. That is intended to give you bonus confirmation, info, symbolism, you name it. And then as always, we'll end our reading today with a message just for you. I highly encourage you to stick around till the end. It's really important to do a good reset, and it's my intention to help you bring that focus back on yourself again. We're also going to be doing an extended for today's reading where we're going to dive even deeper into the messages, more specifically your person's innermost thoughts and feelings about you, things that they feel deep inside but may struggle with expressing out loud to you in the 3D. So if you find yourself resonating with today's message and you want to know even more, dive deeper, you are so welcome to join for that extended. When you do, join us over on Patreon. You will get access to hundreds of additional readings as well, mostly extendeds, but we also have some exclusives over there just for that smaller collective. And also recently I've added a second tier to Patreon that's going to have just exclusives for that community where we'll get more specific, we'll get narrowed down. So I invite you to join us over there. There will be links down below in the pinned comment as well as the description box. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, let's introduce you to the cards. We have the mouse, the eagle, the swan, and the nightingale. We also have the gem, the thread, and the lover. And like I said, I already had the message so quickly. Yes, we do have 7 cards here, but the message is quite simple and it's very specific as well. This goes out to all of you who believe in soul connections, who believe in soul contracts of sorts, soul ties. Maybe for those of you out there who believe in the red thread that connects you from one person to another person once you've formed a bond or a connection with them. If anybody wants to put that story down below in the comments, you're welcome to, but they do say somewhere, I don't know where it started, where it came from, that there's a red thread that connects 2 souls together that cannot be broken once it's formed, something along those lines. Anyway, for those of you who have had conversations with this person about possibly having a strong soul tie, soul connection, or soul bond with them, this message is for you because that is what's coming through right now. This person secretly has been pondering what you have said to them. Now, another indication that this is a specific message is that I don't necessarily think this person has always agreed with you on that. So not only have you been the one trying to introduce them to this, maybe show them evidence or show them your beliefs or have conversations about soul connections, but I feel like your person has been very skeptical of this. It's not something that they have believed themselves or maybe were even aware of before talking to you. This is something you have likely introduced them to. Maybe they were more agnostic, maybe they had different beliefs than you did. They could have had specific religious beliefs that contradicted that hypothesis. Whatever it is, I feel like this person has been skeptical, but you've continued to try to show them evidence or talk to them about it, send them articles, send them, memes, GIFs, pictures. This is something that I feel like you are very proud to talk about. It's something that's a part of your belief system. And so you've tried to introduce your person to it, but they've been nervous. And the main secret that's coming through here is that they do get very anxious sometimes when you bring this up to them for some reason, because they want to know the truth. And if this truth is correct, it would be like mind-blowing to them. It's almost too much to handle. It's almost too difficult for them to process, either because they had very different beliefs than what you believe in, or because if this is real, like from their perspective, if what you're saying is real, it changes the way they view the world forever, basically. Okay? And so the secret that they keep is that they listen to you. They don't necessarily believe everything you say, but they do listen to you, and they actually think you're on to something, but they don't want to tell you that because at the same time, it makes them nervous. It's really changing the way they think about things, and that's intimidating for their ego, because their ego prior to you has been very comfortable where it was, and this is a big change for them. But they definitely listen to your words and they believe what you say, or they're at least absorbing it and trying to think about it quietly on their own. Now, one thing I want to point out is the swans here. Swans to me are such an important symbol, at least in my own life. They speak to me very deeply. I take swan symbolism as confirmation of higher soul connections, sometimes soulmates, twin flames. In this card, even a mirrored soul connection, because we have two swans mirroring one another. This is a really powerful card to me, honestly, for that reason alone. But not only that, swans represent long-term commitment, lifelong commitment, the energy of foreverness, of eternity. Because in nature, swans mate for life. They're also very loving partners towards one another. They have a very sweet type of connection towards their partners. I always recommend looking it up online when you're done with this video if it's of interest to you, especially if you have been seeing swan imagery relating to this connection or this person. I feel like in a way, swans are sort of a symbol of this connection you have with your person, like a spirit animal for the relationship or the connection, if you want to put it that way. And I think it's beautiful because over here we have the gem, and instantly when that card came out, I heard diamonds are forever, okay? And so I'm not necessarily going in the direction of saying, the two of you are, destined to get married and do that. It could very well be the case, but I'm getting the energy of this foreverness, this permanence coming through, and the thread that is binding the two of you together. And so the secret your person keeps is that they kind of believe you're right, but to admit that you're right out loud is scary to them, because our first card that I pulled for us today was the mouse, and this is an overthinking energy. This is reading into the details way too deeply. This is anxiety. This is erraticness. And so it's like, and this is the only card that indicates that energy at all. All of the other cards are like, oh yeah, but you're onto something. I think you could be right here. But their first and strongest energy is, oh, that makes me nervous. That's a lot to take in. I don't know about that, but wait a second. I think you're onto something here. So your person thinks about what you've said to them a lot more than you probably know, or that they've probably admitted out loud, because they're scared to kind of admit that you're right, if that makes sense, because they're scared to admit to themselves that you're right. All right. Okay. Now, let's dive deeper into the tarot. We may get more details out about the secret we just revealed. We may get more secrets out. I don't really know. I'm not forcing anything. We're going to see what needs to come out for you. And again, we're going to be doing an extended where we will specifically be talking about their secret emotions, their secret deeper feelings that they struggle with revealing to you. So if that's resonated so far, I would definitely recommend checking out the extended if you would like to. But anyway, let's get into the tarot. Talk to me about the secrets this person keeps, please. Okay. All right, so we have the Three of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords. This is such an interesting contrast. It's like every other. I'll explain, but I want to get a couple more out first. Okay. Again, the pattern kept repeating. So what do I mean by every other? Oh yeah, we have the Ten of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the World, in case I didn't say that out loud. So we have like an every other pattern happening here. It's like these three cards contrasted by these three cards. And when I read, by the way, in case this is your first time with me, I pay just as much attention to the patterns that I see in readings as I do the literal meanings of the cards, because it's like I get extra details, extra information based on the way the cards come out, the patterns they come out in, so on and so forth. So to me, this is like an amplified message, okay? So what I'm getting from, we'll say like the light side of the cards versus the dark side of the cards, because there's contrast. From the light side of the cards, we have thinking about the future, wanting to work on this connection, improving oneself, improving the state of the connection as a whole, and learning to be at peace with it. And the dark side, the contrasted side of this is fear of abandonment, fear of rejection and being defeated, fear of this coming to an end. So this is something your person keeps from you. This is a secret that they have, that deep down inside, they feel so strongly in the potential of the future of this connection that it scares the living crap out of them, because they're like, this could be the one for me. You could be my forever person. You could be the person I spend the rest of my life with. But what if I'm wrong? And that could be another reason they're scared to admit that you could be right about having a soul connection, because what if they change their whole belief structure? What if they believe this and then it falls apart? It's like not only have they lost the love of their life, but they've also lost a part of their identity, at least from like an ego perspective, right? Because this is coming from your person's ego more than their spirit, okay? And I hope that's making sense. So this person does secretly daydream about a future with you, building this future from the ground up, you know, the two of you making each other better people, really working on this connection and creating something beautiful with one another and being at peace with that, knowing that that is likely going to happen. But at the same time, they secretly sink into these fears that one day it's going to come crashing down and they'll be heartbroken, or you'll leave them in the dust, okay? So your person kind of swings back and forth between those energies, and I don't think they let you know that. They seem to be the type of person that keeps their stressors and anxieties to themselves. They may have some kind of fear about being emotionally vulnerable like that. Emotional vulnerability fears are very common. I would go as far to say as most people have that at some point in their life. Your person seems to be very intense though. Like they're very afraid of being rejected. They're very afraid of being abandoned. That's like a deep wound that they have. And you know, to be completely vulnerable and go all in with you 100% and then be rejected is a terrifying thought to them. And it's something that they secretly and silently struggle with. Okay. So we're going to get out tiles, charms, and astrology dice for us quick, and then later on, right after this, we'll get out some channeled messages from them to you. This is intended to be for bonus confirmation and insight. So we'll get started with the astro dice. Ooh, okay. That like almost fell out of my hand. These could be specific zodiac placements in your chart or their chart. If anybody wants to be awesome and comment these placements below for the collective, you are the best. I would love you for it. That way people can reference it. If this goes too quick, then you don't have to stop and rewind, okay? So we have Libra moon and moon. So maybe both of you are Libra moons. That's quite possible. We have Taurus, Mercury, and Mars. Taurus, Mercury, and Mars. Whoa. We have Pisces, Mercury, and Saturn. And then let's do one more. Whoa, okay, okay. We have Aquarius, Aquarius South Node, and Pluto. Perfect, okay. Okay, we have an O that came out separately. We also have an I, both of those flipped upright on their own. So those could be highlighted letters or significant letters. We have O-I-N-V, B, and another I. Interesting, we got a lot of vowels. Okay, and then we have a violin, a cello, or some sort of stringed instrument, and a treble clef. So music could be very, very important to this connection. Maybe you communicate with one another through music. Music is something that is very strong between the two of you. You could both be musicians, like to go to concerts or shows together, listen to music together. But something about music seems to be very important to this connection, and it's mirrored between both of you. Maybe you both have an equal love of music. Bonus points if it's a stringed instrument you enjoy listening to or playing. We have a moon with a star inside. This makes me think of like the Aquarius Pisces cusp, because the moon in tarot is Pisces and the star in tarot is Aquarius. So that time of the year could be really important to the two of you, like an anniversary or the first time you met one another, or maybe one of you is Aquarius, one of you is Pisces. But that time of the year seems to be significant and highlighted for us. And then we have a flower key here. Opening up is the key. They just gave me an image of like a lotus opening itself up. So it could be that allowing yourself to open up, be vulnerable, and express is the key to this connection working out and moving forward. Okay? Or maybe flowers are important in some way to the two of you. Okay, let's get out some channeled messages. Start with this deck, and then we'll move on to my handmade deck. What would this person say from their heart space if they could be completely open and honest? Okay. Get one more from this deck. What would this person say if they could be completely open and honest? Whoa, that like snapped. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna read everything at the end once I get all of it laid out for us. So bear with me, got a couple more. This person wants to reach out to you whenever they feel stuck in their life, whenever they're having a hard time, whenever they're having a bad day, whenever they need support, guidance, or advice. You are the first person they think about reaching out to, because this is sandwiched in between I'm going to call you soon and I'm going to text you soon. And it says, I feel lost without you. So I know I said I was going to get all the cards out first, but I want to touch on this because this is a powerful message. Secretly, you are the person they lean on the most. Whether they've told you that directly or not, you are like their go-to person. You are their safe space. You are their comfort zone. You are the one that provides them with advice and guidance, and they really listen to what you have to say, maybe more than anybody else in their life, which could be another reason why this fear of you being correct about having a soul bond is so intense to them, because they already know they can rely on you. They already know you're smart, you're insightful, you're intuitive. You are already the person they go to for advice, guidance, and support. And it's like deep down inside, they know that you're probably right about this too, but that's scary. And that scares them even more because they're like, okay, if you're right about this, that changes the whole foundation of my belief structure. Like, that is an ego destroying thought. Okay. We also have I love you forever. There's a lot about foreverness coming through in today's reading. Permanency, foreverness, a forever bond. And then we have you're my sun, moon, and stars. And so, yeah, this is your person secretively thinking about this being a forever thing. Maybe having lifetimes together, a celestial connection, something that transcends the 3D, time and space. We also have disagreements. I wish you understood how I feel. Sabotage. I mess up the good things in my life sometimes. And missed opportunity. I didn't act when I should have. So when this person enters into like an anxiety provoking thought process or situation, and their flight, fight, freeze, or fawn response comes out, they might be the type of person that goes into freeze mode where they don't act. And when they don't act, they feel like that sabotages things. And they wish that you could see where they're coming from when they do that, because it's not intentional to hurt you or cause problems in the connection. It's just like a response. It's an automated response that they have that maybe they know they need to work on. Okay. All right, you guys, we're going to get you a couple of personal messages out next from Universe before I close this portion of the reading off and hop into our extended. Okay. This new chapter in your life is going to require a new way of seeing things and a new way of seeing yourself. You can't continue to see and interpret things with the same understanding you have had until now. No matter what you face or how you feel, see it all from a higher perspective. And your affirmation is today, I am loved. Today I will know in my heart that I deserve love and respect. And as always, I'm holding it up for you so you can affirm it with me and the collective below in the comments. I am going to pack up and prepare for our extended reading, you guys. I hope to see you over there. If you're joining, you'll find a link below in the description box and the pinned comment, or straight over on my Patreon. And I hope to see you in a future reading. Have a blessed rest of your day or night. Bye for now.